What is going on, everybody? Blue Raven here, and we are back with some more Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin. Um, so I was watching my last video, and I noticed that my gain was way too high on my microphone, and that you guys, I could hear me, but I could barely hear the game. You guys could hear me just fine, but the game was hard to hear, and like I could even hear my fan in the background. It was so loud. So hopefully I adjusted my mic. Hopefully it's a little bit better. It's not so loud. Um, and I'm going to actually adjust the audio settings in the game to turn those up. I'm gonna turn my headset down a little bit, but I'm gonna yeah, yeah, that's fine. So we're in offline mode. I don't have PlayStation Plus right now because I'm having an issue with my PlayStation. So um, hopefully I can get that fixed soon. Let's see. We're gonna continue. We were playing Reaper, weren't we? Yes, we were. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about. I don't know. I think I didn't discuss. I was watching the video and I said I would discuss this and I didn't really get into it. Why this is my favorite. It not only is it my favorite Souls game, but it's one of my all-time favorite games. It's definitely my top 10. And I wanted to kind of go through and I guess justify my actions of why. We're gonna head back to Majula. We're gonna level up, and then we're gonna go to Heights Tower. Or no, we're gonna finish out. We're gonna finish out the Forest of the Fallen Giants first. Then we're gonna go to Heights Tower. So before we level up, let's go ahead and do that. Let's travel to Majula. So I like Dark Souls 2. The reason I like it over the other Souls games, I'm just gonna put this out here. I've probably said this a few times, is it's the first Souls game I was exposed to. So it's the first one I ever got to play, and it's my favorite because it is the first one I did play. Is it the best one in the series? No, I don't think it's the best Souls game in the series, and that's me being I'm being unbiased about that. I don't think it's the best one. I just think it's just my favorite. And we're one-shotting these guys now because we have a +6 longsword, so fire longsword. So we're except for that guy. This is where this is the last place we have to go. So it's not even the best one in the series. It's just my favorite. I think the best Souls game, I guess out of just the Souls, being Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3. I've never played Demon Souls, so I can't comment on that one. I've only seen gameplay of that. We're not going to summon him quite yet. There's a reason. See how his summoning sign is small? That means he's a phantom. That means he's only going to be in your world for a finite amount of time. He's only going to be here for a little bit, and then he'll start getting darker and darker and darker, and then eventually he'll just fade away back to his own world. So what you want to do is you want to clear out the easy enemies first. Just go ahead and clear out these skeletons. And once all the easy enemies are good to go, that's when we'll summon him in, because the NPC is going to invade us that we're going to want his help with. It's not that I can't kill the NPC, because the NPC is pretty easy, especially with magic. Everything's easy with magic, but he'll be a lot. He's still kind of a pain in the ass. Armor or something or another. Armor Dennis, I think his name is. But anyways, So without taking Demon Souls, just Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, I think the best Souls game would be Dark Souls 1. I think they actually go in order from good to worst. Dark Souls 1 being the best, Dark Souls 2 being second best, and 3 being the last. There's so many people that are going to disagree and say, no, Dark Souls 3 is the best one they made. I disagree. I think it was... I, I think it's a great game. I think gameplay-wise it's the best. Definitely. I mean, I love the gameplay of Dark Souls 3. It's so much fun. But as far as just the storytelling of it, it's not very good. It's all fan favor. It's all for people who it's paying tribute to all you people who played Dark Souls 1. There we go. Give me those life gems. There's a item back here. Human F. Now what we have to do is there's a iron golem here. There's a guy right here. We're gonna get this iron golem first. Come here. There we go. And then we're going to pull out our soul arrows. If you don't go up here first and you keep progressing through this area, there's 3 iron golems. They'll jump down and ambush you. Oh, he killed me. Oh, man. I didn't actually think he'd hit me. Alright. These golems are a pain in the ass because there's 3 of them. You have to keep dealing with them, but I typically don't have an issue with them. That's Armor Dennis. That's why Armor Dennis is here. If you don't know about the golems, you're going to go in there and you're going to keep progressing. The golems are going to jump down from the roof, or you're going to go up there. You're going to see all 3 of them. You're going to go, well, no, I don't want to fight them. So you're gonna run away from them, and then you're gonna run away from the golems, and then you're gonna realize that they're just gonna chase you anyways, and you're gonna get killed. Dennis is there to help you not get killed. And obviously, we're not human, so we can't see a sign, but we're still gonna summon him. But I like Dark Souls 2 because the difficulty of the game doesn't outweigh the fun of the game, if that makes sense. I mean, this game is super hard. I mean, it's a very hard game. But hold on. Ooh, I had to sneeze. The game is very, very difficult, but it's not like there's different types of difficult. There's difficult, but it's still fun, and then there's difficult where it's just too difficult, and it gets to the point where it's just annoying. You don't want to play the game anymore. That an example, like I said, Dark Souls would be a good example of a game that's fun. Let's break this door. There we go. It's fun, but it's hard, but it's still fun. I rolled. I hit the roll button. It didn't. 2, 3, 4. Iframes, please. When he slams the ground, if you're too close, you won't be able to move. Here we go. So, like I said, like an example of a hard game that's fun is Dark Souls. I mean, it's hard. It's definitely hard, but it's fun. It's rewarding when you finally accomplish something you've been trying for hours to try to get through, an area you're trying to get through. A game that's hard, but it's fun initially, but the difficulty just keeps increasing to the point where it's not fun no more. Ninja Gaiden, that's a good example of one. There we go. We got him to fall down. And we can just pew 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 this guy. Go. That's what I was trying to do the first time, was get one of those guys to fall down. We get the whip up here, and we also get a bastard sword. 2, 3. There we go. Bastard sword. And then I forget what this is. I think it's just... Oh, the souls and a cracked red eye. Okay, that's good. We can't use it, cracked red eye, because we can't play online, but that's okay. We're not trying to invade anybody anyways. We're just trying to do a playthrough. What's up, Omar? Welcome to the channel. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and use a human effigy. Get rid of that hollowing. We're gonna go get Dennis, since there's only one of those ironclads left. And we can deal with this invader. This guy's got Crystal Soul Spear, so it's really good to grab him. Come on, dude. He'll light the way in here for you, and he has Crystal Soul Spear. So if you do summon him and you don't do what I just did, he can still take out the ironclads pretty easily if he's casting Crystal Soul Spear like he's supposed to. You come in our Alphys. There he is. And he has a lot of life. There we go. Alright, and normally they'll knock this wall down right here. Grab Amber Herbs. Amber Herbs are always good to have as a sorcerer. Well, thank you. Thank you for subbing and liking. That's awesome. And here comes Armor Dennis. And we get the full hunter. We get the hunter set, which is a nice little set. This is what we're trying to do. Keep Dennis on him. Or Alphys on him, I mean. There we go. This is the last area of the. There's a bonfire here. We got human effigy for beating him. There's the bonfire there, and then there's a seed of a giant, which you can see it was on his arm. So you want to make sure you come in and grab that seed. If you're multiplaying it, since I'm not playing multiplayer, the Sea of the Giant does me absolutely no good because it's for invasions. What the Sea of a Giant does is basically you crush it, and then all the enemies in the area become aware of anybody who invades as well. The phantoms, they'll attack phantoms as well. They won't be just because what a lot of people do is invade, and they'll go run and hide behind the enemies and make you have to fight them and the enemies. And that's never fair. Alright. We're gonna go and get rid of Alphys. Thanks, Alphys. You did a good job. So we are done here in the Force of the Fallen Giants. For now, we'll come back because we got to do the fire pit later in the game. But for now, we are done here. We got everything. Oh yeah, let me see if there's any lore. Let me see if there's any lore on this gear. A leather hat with a large brim traditionally used by bow hunters. The hunting goddess Evelana was no goddess at all, but rather a brave and highly skilled bow huntress. Long after her demise, the passing of war transformed her into a deity. Oops. Armor made of stuff. Okay, a few stamina, lightweight and easy to use. Okay. A little bit of lore for you. You got the Moonlight Greatsword, Blue Light Greatsword. I think you mean Moonlight. Okay, let's level up. Okay, let's see. There we go, that's good. We're almost there. We need to get to 20 and 20. Also, I wanted to point this out. When you start the game, you get a golden pied resin right at the beginning of the game behind that ogre, right here. If you put that on your first weapon of the game, if you imbue that, you can walk over here and you can kill this guy before he stands up. Now, the only reason you would do that, again, you typically want to come in here and spend money with him, so he'll have more gear. But if you don't, and you don't really care about progressing his storyline, hold on, I have something in my hand, a little cut on my hand. Okay, if you don't really care about the storylines of the game, his armor set is actually really good. It's lightweight. It's not. I mean, it's not like super heavy armor or anything like that. But it's good for two reasons. It's lightweight, and every piece of it increases the amount of souls you get. So you put that gear set on early in the game, you can level. You could be a pretty high level really quickly, and then switch it out because yeah, it's pretty good gear. It's a pretty good armor set. We're actually going to spend some money with him. We are going to. We'll use these. We have 8 of them. That should be more than enough. Yeah, that should be enough. So we're gonna buy. I don't want to buy the shield. We'll buy the falchion set. It should be enough. All right.
By the gods, why the hell am I here? Thanks very much. And do please come.
Now watch. We'll go rest real quick. And then if I spent enough money with him, progress, he'll actually have new gear. The other thing I want to point out is the boss souls in this game. So we have 2 boss souls. We have the Pursuer and the Last Giant Souls. I'm not going to consume them yet. I'm going to save them for you guys to show you what you do with them later, what you can get for them. But I have no use for either one of these souls. And normally I would just consume them.
Bearer of the curse. Seek souls. Seek the king.
Oh, I don't want to talk to you. I want to rest. I wanted to reset the area. Let's go see if we spent enough money with the guy. We're getting ready to get our probably the armor set we're gonna use the rest of the game. Pretty close to the rest of the game for her. Yeah, see how he's moved? How he's now seen. Remember, he was sitting Indian style here. Now he's sitting up on a chair.
Oh, I was hoping that you would come. I've stocked some new things, and I thought that you might be interested. They're selling rather well, and I may step up operations soon.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, I'm surprising even myself, to be honest. Always
Okay,
open for big.
Hold on. I wanna. There we go. Turn my microphone, or turn my headset down a little bit. There we go.
Forget to buy something? Go ahead. Take your time.
It should be better for you guys now. Let's keep talking. If you, as his storyline progresses, you'll notice his demeanor changes. He's a little bit, even now, he's a little happier now that we gave him some souls.
Did I mention before that, well, I'm not from these parts? I was on a journey, and somehow ended up here. The desolation here was disenchanting at first, but over time, things started to turn my way. Yeah, I've got a good few regulars now.
What regulars?
Strangely desperate and quite willing to pay a premium. Sadly, some of them never come back, but I try not to think about it.
What regulars besides me? I'm the only person who's been in here. Who else is coming in here and seeing you?
Have you seen that warrior lugging that giant blue sword about? I'm no expert, but that appears to be a fine specimen. The monstrous thing has a peculiar design, quite unlike anything found in Volgan. If you should speak to him, would you ask him if he won't sell it? I'd have to take another look, but I'm confident I could offer quite a price. I considered returning to my homeland, but I've decided to stay a while longer. I've started to turn a handsome profit now, and I can't bear to give it up. I considered returning to my home.
Okay. So, the blue sword guy is actually another NPC in the game. We haven't seen him yet. I could show you where he's at. I mean, I could show you him right now, but I know who he's talking about. So, as you see now, he's carrying a whole new set of armor. He's actually carrying two sets. He's carrying the Royal Soldier set and the Elite Knight set. And if we buy one more set of armor, then he'll carry his. Then it should progress.
Always open for business.
To the next one. We're gonna hold off on that for now. The character he is talking about, though, is right over here. What's up, King of Gaming? There he is.
Have you business with me? The way under's all blocked up, you see, by this god-awful statue. Heavens above. Who thought it a good idea to put it there? Oof, I'm in quite the pickle now. See that statue? Gives me the willies. You stare at it for long enough, it starts to look alive. It just doesn't seem quite right. There are no craftsmen around these parts. Hey, you don't think a real-life person was turned to stone, do you? See that statue? Get back it. Hey.
So that's his storyline so far. Now I will tell you, if you kill him, you can get his sword. It'll drop if you kill him, and then his armor set. Melentia will sell his armor set to you. Just FYI. The statue he's talking about is the statue here. And yes, that is a real person. You need a fragrant branch of yore. We're not going to use our fragrant branch of yore on her just yet. We will come back and use it on her later. But once you use it, that'll progress his storyline. In fact, we are going to use the fragrant branch now, sooner than later, actually, because there's something I want. There's an area I need to unlock. So we'll go ahead and head back to the bonfire and we'll quick travel there before we hit the Heights Tower. I finally got it. The most shiniest butt in the history of butts. What is that? So we're going to travel back to Things Betwixt. If you guys remember the tutorial area, there was an area we couldn't get to because there was a statue in the front of it, and I said we needed to get a fragrant branch to get there. We have the fragrant branch, and we do want to go there now. We want to get that done early. Knock that out now. I'm playing Doom. Oh, okay. And that's what happens when you use a fragrant branch. I recommend having a +6 weapon before you come over here, because it'll just be that much easier. These guys will always drop things for your weapon. See, like he dropped a raw stone. They'll always drop stones. What we're looking for is dark stones. Ow. Why would you walk on the down there? Go ahead and drink. See where it's There we go. Make this ambush a little less. What ambush? Estes Flashard. So the reason we want to unlock this area is for these guys, because you can farm them, and like I said, they have a high chance of dropping stones, and we're looking for dark stones so when we get the weapons we're going to be using later in the game, we can dark infuse them. In Resident Evil 6, you can play as the Left 4 Dead 2 characters. Okay. I don't know. Either way. So when you're done with that, you want to come out here. You want to come over here, kill this guy. Make sure you knock this down just in case you die. There we go. That's a shortcut. And then you see the ogres down here. These ogres only spawn once, so you do want to go ahead and kill them. Come on, ogres. This is the choke point for that. Enticing to attack. What's up, guys? And that's how you kill those two hunters. Pretty easy. Again, we're pretty geared. We're pretty geared for this little area, so we should be okay. And then last but not least, we want to go ahead and kill this pursuer too. Pretty easy. And then there's this coffin here. What this coffin is for, it serves one purpose and one purpose only. This is the gender coffin. If you get in this coffin, it will change your gender. That's all it does. So you go from male to female, female to male. That's its whole purpose. But there is one last little secret that Things Betwixt has for us. Actually two, but we're going to do this one first and then we'll grab the last one. So what you want to do is you want to go back over here to this first little thing. Go ahead and light your torch. And then go around and light all the rest of these. I haven't checked out that game. I've been really busy, man. I promise I will go on YouTube and look at it eventually, and then I will let you know. What's up, babe? Welcome to the channel. Are you guys wrestling fans? Did I finish? I didn't finish Rise of the Tomb Raider. I will be finishing that here soon. I'm just waiting. I wanted to get on my Dark Souls series, and so I said to start this, but I will be finishing it here soon. I will be finishing that though. Go in here. I believe there's one across this. I'm a fan of you. Well, thank you. No, I was asking because they had the WWE had one of their big pay-per-views last night, and it was quite interesting the way it ended. It was actually quite funny. One of my friends who's a big fan, he's hit me up all last night. He was just, it was hilarious. That's the only reason I asked. Okay, so then there's one last one we gotta light. And then you'll see why we did that. Then you'll see why we did this. Light this last one. Did you see him pop up? We got an invader. He only shows up once they're all lit. Very easy to deal with. We're not even gonna mess. And he will always drop. That's like something. He will always drop that. And he's here for. I think he's here to drop that because if you decide not to grab that as your starting gift, then you can still get one really easily. We're going to leave it. There it is.
Yes, you! Yeah.
And the game is also Predator versus Alien. What did we get? I didn't even look what we got. Did we get anything good? Did we get the whip? The old whip? We did. We got the old whip. Really good weapon. I mean, look at the damage. 105 a normal whip. The old whip, 233. High damage weapon early. If you get that as a starting weapon, it's real, and you have the dex to wield it, it's a really good weapon, actually. Alright, so we are done. Things Betwixt is clear. Completely 100%. You're done with Things Betwixt. There's only one thing left you can get out of Things Betwixt, and that is to come back here and talk to that. Remember I told you that girl would give you an item if you completed this area? When you come back in here and talk to her, she'll give you an item. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You have proven we have little to offer, except perhaps these.
The Handmaiden's Ladle.
May they bring fortune to your journey in some small way.
She gave me her spoon. It is a really crappy weapon. It's not very good. Where is it? Here it is. An ordinary kitchen ladle. He who chooses this as a weapon either faces extenuating circumstances or has an odd sense of humor. If you care for your life, leave this one in the kitchen. I do know somebody who did run a +10 handmaiden's ladle through the entire, did a whole run through the game with just that weapon. It's really hard because I think you can get like 4 hits and then it breaks. So, anyways, back to Majula. We're done here. Alrighty, so now we're gonna head to Hyde's Tower. Hyde's Tower ou Flame, which is right over here. Which is actually, I think, one of my favorite areas of the game. I think this is aesthetically it's pleasing. It's very pleasing to the eyes when you get here. There's a chest here. And you can run and grab this chest right at the beginning of the game if you see fit. It's just the Crimson Parma. Let's see if there's any more for that, which is right here. A standard wooden Parma, the fancy name and nifty paint are surely a merchant's effort to make this very ordinary shield more attractive. It's just a basic, not even that good of a shield. But if you're needing a shield right at the beginning of the game, you didn't choose a class that has one, you can just run in here and grab that one. I think the only reason that this aqueduct is here, and the reason you have to pull this, is because it's a load screen. I think this is just loading the next area, so you have to pull that so it can load the area. Soul of an Undead and a Broken Thief Sword. Broken Thief, is it like broken, like maybe broken? No, it's an actual broken weapon. Broken straight sword handled as a dagger due to its length. This inexpensive sword is terribly worn, but nevertheless is a favorite amongst thieves. And here we go. Hyde's Tower of Flame. Take it all in. Very cool area. These guys, get up. These are Hyde Knights. Normally, you'll in the original version of Dark Souls 2, I think there was only 2, maybe 3 Hyde Knights in the entire game. Now this area, Hyde's Tower of Flame, is littered with them. There's like 5 or 6 of them here. Plus, you got these old knights. Yeah. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. They always attack in threes. Not always, but a good chunk of the time they attack in threes. There's a bonfire over here. Just make sure you come over here and light that. We're not going to rest at it, but we're going to light it. There's another Hyde Knight. We're just going to cheese this Hyde Knight, I think. There we go. Easy way. Saves durability on the weapon a little bit. Circle this guy. That's how you deal with him. As you can see, because our weapon is so high level already, these guys aren't much of an issue to us. Now, I would recommend actually switching. I don't think we can use this. No, we don't have enough strength, but I should have bought that kite shield to a shield that has 100% physical defense, just because it'll be a little easier to. And this guy's actually really easy to deal with. Lloyd's Talisman. This is not my first playthrough, this is my walkthrough. I've beaten this game many a time. Now this lever, what this lever does is if you look over here, if I don't know if I can see, if I can get a good view on him. Let's do this. I have him on, okay. You see that knight right there? That's the boss. That's one of the 2 bosses in this area. That's the Dragon Rider. The Dragon Rider, if you pull this platform, his room will get bigger. A platform will rise out of the water, and you want to do that to seal off the room so you don't fall in the water. However, I'm going to show you guys how to do a cheese on him that makes him super easy. Now, these 2 knights off to the left and the right, they won't actually fight you until this dude's dead. guy to attack. Two, three. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Oh well. We're looking good on durability. I think we'll be alright. Another hide night. Ah. Good. Eat a life gem. We'll buy some more here in a little bit. Probably buy 50 or 60 of them. Oh! Oh, he killed me. I didn't think that swing would get me. I honestly didn't think that swing would get me. I thought I was far enough behind him. I just watched the replay too. I was far enough behind him. That hitbox, though. That hitbox is real. Two, three. One, two. Really simple. Oh my goodness! Oh! I lost all those souls. It was like 20,000 souls too. I thought I could get that second hit off. And let the death montage begin. I'm getting impatient. Alright, I'm not even gonna fight these guys. Yeah, I am. I need my soul. I need to get my souls back up. I have to fight these guys. Sorry, guys. Sorry, everybody, but I do gotta fight this. Retards. I should go by my sword. I hate being hate that. It's like fairly easy to deal with the high knights. Just attack him once, back away, attack him once, back away. We're just gonna cheese this guy. Make it easy for both. That guy hit me way more than I've ever been hit by him. And we're not going to waste any more soil arrows on this guy. One, two, three. Another pale stone. Usually these guys drop blue, cracked blue eye orbs, but it's not today. Hide night. Ah! You know what? I need to start increasing my HP. There we go. And there's one last hide night to deal with. Here, grab our chest. Wing of Binding. Let's see, does that have some more on it? Let's see, Wing of Binding. An unusual ring for of unknown origins. Limits the wearer's HP reduction when hollow. Alas, this ring will not make you human. What is lost is not easily retrieved. So yeah, it just limits the amount of hollowing that happens when you die. Now, I'm going to show you this. There is a summon here. And that's Master's Clangcore. Now, like I said, there was actually... There was these little levers we could have pulled. There's one there, and then there's actually one in that center room. You can see it's right there. Right there. Which would have made this room a full room. But we're not going to do that. We're going to cheese this guy. We're going to attempt to, at least. He's not hard anyway. There we go. You want him to take about 6 to 7 steps toward you. Count his steps. Once he gets to about 6 or 7, you want to run past him. He'll do his lunging attack, and he'll fall right off the edge. And that's a boss dead. Pretty simple boss dead. Ready? Yeah, we're not going to rest this bonfire. And we have an NPC here. We're going to talk to her. We're going to exhaust her dialogue, and then we're going to do something with her.
Are you from these parts? My name is Lycia.
Hi, Lycia.
I have come to spread the art of miracles, a practice of which I am a disciple.
Okay.
I can see that you are well suited to comprehend their wondrous power.
Okay.
But the cost of it, that's real hard to decide.
Okay, so she sells miracles. And she doesn't sell any very good ones. She sells a few. I guess if you're going to do miracles, I mean, she does sell Homeward, which is a really good miracle. It's a free Homeward Bone. Lightning Spear is not that bad either, but we're not going to be doing miracles, so we have no use for anything she sells.
I'd heard awful rumors about this place, and I'm afraid they were all true. The king, gone. The earth, ravaged. The burden on the people weighs heavy. I fear that, by now, they may have scarce room in their hearts for miracles. Why did I come here? Well, do I need any other reason than to spread the gospel of miracles? My
No.
preceptor always said this art should be shared with the world. And such is my only wish. Sometimes I fight the urge to pack up and go back home. It is... well, I must do this. And being out here all alone only makes this a more fitting test of my fortitude. I expected this cathedral to be bustling, but there's hardly a soul to be found here. Without any goings-on, I'll have to move soon. To a place I could gull the... sorry, help the gullible by teaching the good word.
Ah. Did you guys catch that? So she said where I could go, I could help the gullible, where she could take advantage of the gullible. So what she does is once she moves from here, she's going to move to that room, that circular room that we came when we were coming into Hyde's Tower. There was like a little square thing in the center of the room. There's a key that you put in, it will rotate the room. She'll go in there and she'll make you think that she's performing a miracle, and she can turn the room. And she charges you 2,500 souls every time to move the room.
I expected this cathedral would...
okay, so her dialogue
no
done.
need for the gods.
And so, yeah, we're gonna kill her because we're not gullible.
What are you doing? I've no choice now.
No, the other way. We gotta wait for her to come up here. Come on. She is very strong, and she hits very, very, very hard. What I normally do is I will hit her, because it used to be you could knock her right off this ledge right here and she would die. They fixed that, so now what you have to do is you have to knock her to get her up, and you have to knock her, like what I would do is normally I would just unhand my weapon to where it's just fists, and I would punch her. Keep punching her, keep knocking her out, and she'll just keep trying to repeat the same spell, and you can knock her off here and kill her. But if you let her hit you, chances are she's probably going to kill you. She's very, very strong. We wanted to get rid of her because there it is. We get her chime, and we also get the key that she was going to try to take advantage of people with. And oops, I didn't want to rest. That's all right. That's all right. We're gonna. That's okay. We're gonna head back to Majula real quick because we're gonna take care of. Hopefully, we can get 2 things done. We can kill 2 birds real quick. Get our first big weapon of the game. Let's see.
Is that to see?
Yeah, I did find a shard, didn't I? Oh, so close to 20. We are going to burn some souls. I don't have to burn those boss souls.
There, seek the nest with.
Level up. Okay. Try to save some money. No. Let's see. What are you doing? Melancha. Hi, Melancha. Ah, crud. That is really expensive. This is the armor set we're going to be wearing pretty much the whole game. Mainly because it increases the number of casts for each spell. Well, actually, just the helm. Just the helm is what we want, but we'll get the whole set. But since we can't get that yet, we're going to go get the. We're going to rock the other set for now. So this is the room that the girl that we just killed, she would have moved to this room right here, and then she would have charged to do what we're doing now. She would have pretended like it's a miracle, and it's really not. Rouge water. Rogue water, however you want to say it. I say rouge. Now, the reason we wanted 20 intellect, 20 faith as quick as we could get it was because there's an NPC up here who, once you achieve that status, once you get to 20 intellect, 20 faith, he will give you something. And that's what we want. We're not actually doing this area yet. This guy right here.
The dark stirs. I see it. The dark is sparked within you. My name is Falcon.
Hi, Falcon.
I will trade with you. What do you need?
What do you sell? Well, you sell a Chaos Rapier. Cool. Archdrake Staff, Archdrake Chime, and a Chaos Shield. Cool. And then you also sell a Ring of Life Protection. I will be buying that from you eventually. You also sell Dark Pine Resin, and then he sells Hexes. We're going to go ahead and buy this Hex right now. That's our first Hex, our first major Hex we'll be buying. And then we're going to talk to
These are for you.
Sunset Staff and the Hexer set. So that's the other set that we could wear.
Together,
and we got our main weapon
into the dark. This land lies closest to the dark. That is why I came here. This kingdom collapsed long ago. All that are left are either undead or hollow.
What's the difference?
Save a few misfits like myself.
There is a difference. The difference is a hollow is somebody who dies over and over and over and over again. Undead is somebody who's hollow to the point where they don't realize they don't know who they are anymore. They just become just. As my understanding is behind the difference between the undead and hollows.
I went to a great school in the south, but neither sorcery nor pyromancy appealed. I learned nothing. Nothing at all. It was there that I happened upon the dark. It drew me in, the nebulous dark. Soon I was drawn to this land where dark runs deeper than anywhere else.
Interesting.
Hexes originated here in ancient times. They were once a form of sorcery, but the practice was lost, then later rediscovered. Those devoted to hexes are a lonely lot, but nevertheless they give their life to their art. Such is the fate of we practitioners of dark.
Huh? So basically what he said is he went to a school where they taught sorceries and pyromancies. Really, really famous school. And he didn't learn anything. He didn't like it. He didn't learn anything. And then he found out about the dark arts of hexing, and that intrigued him, and that's what drew him to Drain Lake. So the darkness actually drew this guy here.
What drew me to the dark? I do not know. Hexes are more than mere tools to me. I feel affinity and warmth, something universal, nostalgia even. Those who discover dark realize this, and they never come back. lies closest to the dark. That is why I...
Okay, he's repeating his dialogue now.
No matter.
Thanks, buddy. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and check out the lore on this. So, a hood worn by hexers. Grants slight increase to spell uses. Belongs to Falcon the Outcast. Hexing appears to be an offshoot of sorcery, but its specific origins are unknown. Increases the numbers just like the other set that we would have gotten, but this is but we couldn't afford the other set. Yeah. Those who have tasted those who have a taste of dark are drawn into the vortex and rarely return. Perhaps it appeals to something deep within the human soul, like the dark soul. Okay, and that's all the same lore. We're gonna just put this whole set on. There we go, and then we're gonna go ahead and switch. We're actually gonna put this in this hand. Why can't I use this? I need 22 faith to wield it. Okay. So I can't actually use it yet, but I'll show you what it looks like. It's a really cool staff. This is going to be the staff we're going to be using for a good chunk of the game. Alright. We can't use it yet. However, we can use our first Huntsman's Core. We can attune. We're going to go and take that off. And we're going to switch to that. Alrighty. We're going to travel to Hyde's Tower of Flame. Oops. Oh, it's the wrong one. That's alright. No, it's not. No, it's not, because the stupid Hyde Knights are awake now. I think they're up. I think once you kill Dragon Rider, they're all up. Yeah, see, they're all up moving around now. They're docile until you kill the Dragon Rider. If you kill the Dragon Slayer first, they'll still stay down. But if you kill the Dragon Rider first, they all get up. But that's okay, because we're going to do it. So we're going to rock... This is the male sorcery set. The Hexer set is... I mean, it's the Hexer's set, but it's more of like the male look. It's more for the dudes. Once we get enough souls, we'll buy that female set. It looks a lot better. It does the exact same thing as this set. Okay. No, I don't know why I'm doing that. Let's go. There we go. There we go. These two guys. Now we're going to summon Masterless Glencor. Mainly because he's a big help getting to the next boss. Originally what I was going to do was I wasn't going to rest. I was going to go and that way we didn't have to fight so many guys on the way back. But it's all good. We're going to save the rest of our hexes. Do this. Come here. That's what I didn't want to have happen. I should have some items. Cracked blue-eye orb. Cracked blue-eye orbs are good because they're really good for souls. I'll show what I mean later. heal up, Glencore. Heal up, Glencore. Good man. This is the part I always die at, though. Even with him, I just... Not this high knight. It's the next part. The dragon is what... Come on. Oh. Oh. So what you want to do here is get up here. As soon as he pops this up, run. And if you do it just right, you can get underneath his. He drops a really, really good shield. We don't need... no, not that one. Whoops. Yeah, I can use that. It drops a really good shield. The Dragon Watch Parma. Check that out. Good shield. Alright. Let's go pull this lever. This is so epic. Watching that drawbridge. Whoa! And we're about to get a ring that's really, really precious to me for this playthrough. It's gonna work really good for us. We get it when we beat the boss. Old Dragon Slayer. Orange. Get off me, dude. Ow! With the stun. There we go. And we kept Glencore alive too. It's rare. He usually dies here. And that's the ring we were waiting for. It's the old Leo ring. Let's read what the old Leo ring does. Let's see. We're gonna take this life ring out. We're gonna read the old Leo ring. The beloved ring of a Dragon Slayer Knight strengthens thrust weapon counterattacks. After many years of use, the ringed face has worn down, but close inspection reveals an engraved lion. So these attacks right here now do a lot more damage. There's that dude. His halberd's really good. If you're doing a physical build and you're looking for a good halberd, this guy's it, man. He's got just kill him and take his armor set. He's got a good armor set. And he's got a good halberd.
Transient being. This is no place for one such as you. Be gone. You are not needed. transient being. You would never.
It's
make
because
a
I'm
night
in
of
part of the
blue.
way of the Blue Covenant, so he won't talk to me. If I leave the way of the Blue Covenant, he'll talk to me. I don't like him anyways. Just be that guy. But we are done with Hyde's Tower, guys. We are all done with it. So, one more trip back to Majula to level up. And then off to the wharf, I guess. As much as I don't like the wharf, I guess that's where we're going to be heading. You know what, let's go buy our set.
I knew you'd be back.
You knew I'd be back, Melentia. And this is that girl that we killed. This is her armor. This is what she was wearing. That's why we have this. We will be buying some of those first. Let's. There we go. Now we're wearing the set that this is the one we'll be wearing. Because there's a woman, we want to look like a woman. Alrighty. Let's see. I wonder if I get 2 levels out of you. Can I get 2 levels? That's all I need. Now we can use our Hexer staff. Here we go. And we need to level up our Hexer staff. I think we have a couple Titanite. Because it takes Twinkling Titanite to level up. We can do 2. We can level it twice. It's already +2. That's really good, though. Really good. Really, really good. Good there. We only have 1,000 souls. Let's see, which ones can I get rid of? I can still show you all their armor, I guess. Who's whistling? Whistling Dixie. I think we're okay. We got 8. I mean, we don't want to use these at all right now. If we can help it. Let's go. Hyde's Tower of Flame. And now we're moving on. Monster Town. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you 2 items. Well, not 2 items, so... Lloyd's Talisman. Talisman is used by cleric knights. Blocks Estus recovery within a limited area. It is said that the cleric knights use these talismans to hunt down accused undead. Cleric knights fight with pride, and by blocking the recovery of an undead, they can also fight with impunity. And so we got that. We got the Lloyd's Talisman, and then we just picked up not Divine Blessing. Oh, I forgot to read this one too. A lump of something obtained from a giant tree makes enemies react to invaders. When the giant When the giants fell, they grew into great trees. Death is not the end, for anything that has ever once lived remains part of a great circle of regeneration. But what of those outside of the circle? We did pick up something. What did we pick up? The monastery charm. Cures poison and restores HP. A blessed charm cures poison and restores HP. Many such charms were blessed in reconstruction ancient ceremonies carried out in the monastery of Lindalt, now known as the new home of miracles. Though it may lack the power of an ordinary in circumstances. Though it may lack the power of an original in circumstances dire enough, and in imitations can be quite enough. An imitation can be quite enough. I keep saying I don't know, maybe it's how far I'm away from my screen, but I'm having an issue reading these. So that's the lore we've gotten so far. And my reading's atrocious too. My reading out loud is atrocious, let's put it that way. See, I just hit him twice. The second one was a counter hit because he swung and I hit him at the same time. And it killed him. I hit him twice. Which is nice. Old Proud Knight. Old Knight Halberd. I was actually thinking about using a halberd. Using a spear and a halberd, but the Old Knight Halberd's way too damn heavy. I couldn't use that thing, it's so freaking heavy. Okay, we're gonna go this way. And you know what? Put our buckler there. There we go. Oops. Ugh. Stop hitting me. One hit. That's the Leo ring kicking me. That thrust attack with the Leo ring, that's why he died in one hit. Parry game was off. Sublime Bone Dust. Let's go ahead and read that. Charred Ashen Bone. Ashen Bone. This is the first time we've actually heard of Ashen outside of Dark Souls 3. Cast into the fire ember jewel to increase HP restore with each use of your flask. They say that the remains of a saint who cast himself into the bonfire, but we will never know for sure, for soot and ash tell no stories. See, this is that ash doesn't tell a story, but in Dark Souls 3 it's completely different, right? Because we find out that ash does tell a story, that you become ash. Interesting. There's another Estus Flask shard in this area. I'm going to show you where it's at. I don't think I can get to it right now, but I'll show you where it's at. We'll have to come back later and get it. Now, the way I play magic and hexes in Dark Souls 2 is I try to use magic and hexing as like to help take down certain bosses and as like a last ditch effort. I like to just stick with the physical melee and try to take them out that way first. Now, if you're a Fragrant Branch of Yore, which we don't, you go through there and there's another Estus Shard. However, to get to the Estus Shard, you'll have to fight a Mastodon, which is right there. But they're not that difficult. They look scarier than they actually are. But yeah, so I tend to use magic as like a last resort when I play. It just makes the game a little bit more enjoyable, a little bit more fun. Because if you're just sitting here just doing that all day, it gets really repetitive and really boring very quickly. So. Alright. Now we're gonna come into Man's Wharf. Oh yeah, we wanna go ahead and bring some fire with us. There we go. Almost every time I'm in here, my sword ends up breaking. Come on, come in here. Ah. Ow. I'm gonna die. I knew I was gonna die. Knew it. I thought you sold this. What do you mean I sold this? Oh, you're talking about when I got Dark Souls 3. I did sell Dark Souls 2 when I got Dark Souls 3. I actually picked it back up off of, I just picked it back up. Let's just put that. Because we already have those two lit, so. Let's go back and get our souls. I don't know why they make dogs so difficult in these games. Oh, how? Counter hit. Go up here. Titanite shard. Soul Prod Knight. We don't need to light this one up here.